me. See the way you care for me. You carry my matter for your head, oh. Like a little baby, you watch over me, oh. You know they carry me, they play, oh. Because of Jesus, I've got joy overflow. Unlimited favor is like a river in my soul. Because of Jesus, I've got joy overflow. Unlimited favor is like a river in my soul. Jesus in what the world could you give, you gave it to me. What the world could you give, you gave it to me. You made everything brand new, everything brand new. Butterflies in my belly, you made everything brand new, everything brand new. Jesus ineme obina somo. Obina somo. Ineme obina. Jesus ineme obina somo. Obina somo. Ineme obina somo. Somo ineme obina somo.
Beautiful choir, AIC Baraka, Ebenezer Chorale right here with us. Beautiful Sunday morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Karibu sana. It's good to have you. Thank you very much for, setting time aside to have fellowship with us on a Sunday morning like this one. We don't take it for granted. Karibu sana. We have conversations every Sunday. Today we're talking about leadership. Very, very important. We're just from an electioneering period. Many times when we think about leadership, we think about the president, we think about, the cabinet secretaries. But leadership goes beyond that. It goes deeper. It actually starts right where you are. So, and I believe in each and every one of us, there's a leader right in there. All right. So to help us, dig deeper into that, and we'll also be talking about GLS. We have Reverend Patrick Kuchio. I know many of you know him. We've interacted before on a totally different forum. For some of you, he's been your pastor for many years. Reverend Patrick Kuchio is actually the African director of Living on the Edge. All right. Kwa hivyo tuko na director hapa bwana, director wa Afrika nzima, na it's good to have you. Rev, karibu sana.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, bro.
Uko salama?
You're looking good.
Asante. Na wewe uja change. You don't change, Rev. Years in, yani uko vile vile tu.
Well, I refuse to age.
Come on. Utakuwa hivi mpaka mwisho, sio?
Hivi tu.
Asante, karibu sana.
Thank you, sir.
It's good to see you.
Same here.
And today, on a totally different platform.
Yes.
We have interacted with you before, being a pulpit pastor
yes.
at CITAM for
yes.
many years. But discipleship has always been deep rooted somewhere.
Sure.
Within your system.
Yes. Actually, I've been at CITAM as a pastor for the last 26 years.
Wow.
And for the last 26 years, I've served in different capacities as a youth pastor, as a senior pastor, head of missions, head of social action and advocacy. But at the core of my calling is to make disciples and help disciples make disciples. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And leadership is also one of those things.
Sure.
That you've been very keen about.
Very passionate about leadership.
Yeah. Right now you're with the Living on the Edge.
Yes, as the Africa director. Yes.
Sasa pasi uko tu Malawi, Ethiopia, nini. So what is the mandate of that? Or rather, what are you working towards?
Living on the Edge is an international teaching and discipleship ministry.
Right.
That was founded in 1995 by Pastor Chip Ingram. It began as a radio ministry, but grew to become a teaching and discipleship ministry.
Right.
And so the ministry exists to help Christians live like Christians. That's the mission of the organization.
I like it. Christians live
like Christians.
Like Christians.
Because we've noticed that globally, one of the biggest challenges that the global church is faced with is a discipleship deficiency. So it's not just true of Africa that the church is 1 mile long and a centimeter deep. It is true globally.
Right.
Most of the colleagues that I interact with will tell me that discipleship is a challenge for them in their congregations, whether it's Europe, the Americas, Latin America, or even Africa. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Let's talk about leadership.
Sure.
And that's exactly our focus today.
Okay.
Every time we think about leadership, we think about people in high positions. But what is leadership?
Very good question. I must say, Ndiema, I think there are as many definitions of leadership as there are people on the globe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like that.
However, I think the most basic definition of leadership that I work with is the process of influencing an individual or individuals to achieve shared objectives. The process of influencing an individual or individuals to achieve shared objectives.
Right.
Yeah, so there's influence.
All right.
There's people.
Uh-huh.
There's achieving objectives. And they should be shared objectives. Yeah.
So what you're saying is if I have objectives
Yes.
as a person,
Yes.
and these objectives are not entirely communal
Yes.
in a
yes,
way.
Yes. Yes.
So it's me pushing my agenda.
You're right.
Then
You're
there's
bound.
a question right
Yes,
there.
there's a question, right? And you're bound to be very frustrated. But even if the agenda is mine, I must bring in people into that space and help them own this agenda so that it becomes a shared agenda,
Right.
a shared objective. Then me as a leader, I need to retreat and ask myself, how will I influence these people to achieve this shared objective?
Right.
And at the end of the day, once we realize or hit the objectives, it becomes a shared achievement. And people are excited.
You know, that's very interesting because many times as leaders, we believe glory comes back to us. So ideally what you're saying is that because the objective is shared,
Yes.
again, when there's victory,
Yes.
it comes to,
It does.
yeah.
It does. And, you know, I can't help but make reference to my sporting background. You know. I mean, I grew up as a sports person.
Yes.
I played soccer.
Uh-huh.
I played hockey,
Right.
field hockey. I played basketball. I played lawn tennis and table tennis. And I did some track. So I've been on teams. And if I was to focus on soccer, I mean, those times when you are up against a very challenging team,
Right.
and you win and lift the trophy, the shared experience is just out of this world. And when you realize that it's not just you, the midfielder, because I played midfield. It's not you, the midfielder, who controlled things.
Right.
But there was a striker, there were wingers, there were
Right,
defenders, there was a goalkeeper. So it was a team effort.
True.
I am a firm believer, Ndiema, about teamwork.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Yeah. Teamwork makes
the dream work.
the dream work.
Yes.
Very, very important.
Yeah.
So Rev, even
Sure.
as we talk about what leadership is,
Yes.
I know the leader plays a key role
Yes.
in making sure that that dream is achieved.
Yes.
Probably you can mention just one or two qualities that makes a really, really good leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know there are many.
Yeah.
You can touch on those that are key.
I would say, at a personal level, research shows that some of the most influential leaders globally,
All right.
regardless of the industry they find themselves in, seem to have one unique trait, and that is the trait of humility. Whether they be
Interesting.
Christian or non-Christian, whether they be in business or in tech, regardless of the industry the people find themselves in. Research shows that one indispensable quality of any impactful leader is that of humility. Then I would add
Right.
vision. The ability to think of a future, paint it for the people.
Right.
So vision.
Uh-huh.
But then I'll also say,
Just before you continue,
Sure.
let's come back.
uh-huh.
I've been in places, and
Okay.
for example, within our industry,
Yes.
we are told. So, one time we did a leadership training.
Okay.
Myself and my boss.
Okay.
My boss is a red. Then
Okay. Okay.
my former boss.
Uh-huh.
Thank God I will not say which boss. But my boss was a red,
Okay.
choleric,
Uh-huh.
proper.
Proper choleric.
I am a green.
Okay.
Phlegmatic. Sisi ni watu are you sure you're okay? Let's talk to people. So in our industry, then I believe it's still on right now. It is believed that for things to happen,
Yes.
you have to be kukanyaga mguu. At
Yes.
some point, you have to be a slave driver.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you say humility is key, and
Yes.
and leaders who've made impact in the world have had that particular quality.
Yes.
So where is the place of making sure that there is a balance, that people also don't take advantage
Yeah.
of what you have
Yeah.
as a leader?
I like the observation you've just made that we may have different temperaments. We may
Yes.
have different personality types and traits.
Right.
Some of us are your slave drivers, the Reds.
The Reds, yes.
The cholerics.
Yes.
Some of us are super sanguines.
Like
I'm
yellow
one-
proper.
I'm one of those.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting.
But I'm a blend of both yellow and red. So there's a time when my red kicks in. There's a time when my yellow kicks in.
All right.
But regardless of our type,
Right. Temperament.
temperament,
Yeah.
humility, you can actually find a choleric who's humble, a sanguine who's humble,
Right.
a phleg who's humble, a melancholic who's humble. So humility can be a running trait.
Right.
And this is actually scientific. Science shows
Interesting.
that some of the most outstanding, impactful global leaders have this indispensable trait in their leadership.
Humility.
Humility.
Right.
Humility.
And I mean, we see it across.
Yes.
I mean, people who've had great impact in the world,
Sure.
they've actually had that particular quality.
Yes. Whether it's Nelson Mandela,
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa,
Yeah.
Mahatma Gandhi,
Right.
Barack Obama. I would not say that of Trump, but
Interesting. Probably he had humility in his own rights. Anyway, let's not go that direction.
okay, I won't go that direction.
Right, but
Yeah.
but clearly it was there. And you see, you can still be firm,
Yes.
but still have humility.
Yes. So the question you asked is, where do we find the balance?
Yes.
I would say it's important to be self-aware and to allow for feedback loops. As a leader, I mean, I've been in senior management for many years.
Right.
And the humility to allow people to give feedback to you and tell you, boss, on this score, you are wrong.
Right.
On this score, you are right. On this score. So surrounding yourself with people who are not sycophants, but people who will be candid enough, people who will love you so much, Anthony,
Right.
that they will give you feedback respectfully, meaningfully.
Right.
And appreciating that I'm on a journey. So embrace continuous self-improvement, but I'll also be self-aware. How am I evaluate my leadership?
Right.
How am I faring? Am I better? Am I investing in my own leadership?
Right.
I am a firm believer in personal development.
I like that.
Grab a book.
Yeah.
Watch a video on leadership.
Right.
Attend a leadership seminar. You may be the best leader, but there is no end to learning.
That's right.
Yeah.
You need to keep sharpening that.
Absolutely.
Every other time.
Sure.
We'll talk about GLS in just a bit.
Okay.
There's different seasons in life as a leader.
Yes.
Sometimes you lead from the front.
Yes.
Sometimes you lead from behind. Sometimes you lead on the side. You know, as you keep cheering them on,
Yes.
sometimes you have to practice it so that they can get to see it.
Yes.
How do you work out the seasons? Just getting to know this is the season to encourage. This is the season to do it.
Yeah.
This is the season to take a very firm stand.
That's a very good question. I think John Maxwell, who's one of my foremost leadership mentors,
Yes.
made a statement I'll never forget. He said, a leader is one who knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way. A leader is one who knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way.
Right.
So if I am persuaded and I'm aware that I need to know the way, I need to show the way, I need to go the way.
Right.
There's a time in my leadership journey when I need to show the way, and I think it begins with showing the way.
Right.
Calling the people and telling them, that's the direction we're going. And I lead the way by example.
Right.
But I step back. So I would not say there's a specific season, but I would want to say, as opposed to being a linear approach to seasons in leadership,
Yeah.
I would like to look at it as a cyclic.
Right.
So that from time
360.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once in a while you are leading from the front.
Right.
Once in a while you get back to be part of the team.
Right.
Once in a while you get back to the back of, to the end of the team.
Right.
Sometimes you have to go back to the middle, back to the front. So if I'm constantly juggling,
Right.
evaluating, I will realize this is my season to change gear.
I love that. Let's talk about GLS as
Sure,
we
sure.
as we bring this to to an end, then we'll give you an opportunity to further
Okay,
the
okay.
conversation.
Okay.
So GLS, I mean, GLS has been there for a while, right?
Yes, about 16 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Global Leadership Summit.
Yes.
It's finally happening again this year.
Yes.
3rd and 4th November.
Yes.
This time round, thank God it's in person.
Yes, it's in person. We thank God, and it's happening
Yeah.
at Sitam Karen.
All right.
Sitam Karen is this beautiful sanctuary near Galleria Mall
Right.
on Karen Road, and
Yeah.
there's lots of parking, so you have no worry
That's
to think
right.
about parking, and it begins from 8 in the morning to 4 p.m. on both days.
All right.
Thursday and Friday.
Thursday is 3rd, Friday is 4th.
Yeah, of November.
Of November.
Yes.
So Thursday and Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yes.
All right. I really love the list of people who will be here.
Yes.
One of the persons who I really would love to listen to myself is a former CEO of Walt Disney.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Bob Iger.
Yes.
Atakuwepo, si ndio?
Atakuwepo.
I love that.
I tell you.
Right.
We'll have the Blue. We will have Andy Stanley from North Point Community Church. We'll have our very own Dr. Julius Kipngetich. We'll have Bishop Callisto Dede.
Right.
So there's a mix of international and local, speakers. And the beauty about the Global Leadership Summit is that it's this premier event where you get to interact with some tried and tested practical truths that you can actually implement immediately.
Right.
Yes, so it's the place to be on the 3rd and 4th of November.
I love it. All right. So charges are 2,500
Yes.
for a group of, no, for an individual.
Yes,
And 2,000 for a group of 10 people.
yes.
All right.
And people can pay via pay bill.
Right.
Then pay bill number is 825500.
Okay.
825500 is the pay bill number.
All right.
And the account name is GLS 2022. GLS 2022.
Great. So we continue with our choir. Later on the legend segment, we'll be having Pastor Andrew Young. Mnakumbuka Maximum Melodies. Leo tutakuwa pamoja na mchungaji. You know, we just reminiscing the moments right there. But AIC, Baraka, let's do this.
yes,